We're now replaced Ruben Amorim to take on the most high-pressure job in football, the role of being the Man United manager. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, and it wasn't. Our first season went by in just figuring out new tactics, signing players like Baleba and Mitoma to build the team around. But now in our second season, we're pulling off something special. Signings like Girassi, Eder Militao, they've completely changed the team. And with Bruno Fernandes at the helm, the Manchester United fans are finally starting to dream. This is not a drill, but we're on course to win a treble. In the Premier League, we had a titanic battle with Liverpool, and we came through with a Girassi winner in the 90th minute. That puts us in a great spot to win the league. FA Cup again, we knocked out Liverpool to make it to the semi-finals. Even in the Champions League, it was Liverpool who we destroyed, and we're yet to find out who we'll be facing. I mean, this is the business end of the season. Today could be the day we make Manchester United great again. I don't want to say it because I know it's too soon. But guys, we could really win a treble today. I mean, we've got everything locked in. The team is playing football like never before. The fact that we faced Liverpool in all competitions and we destroyed them in every single one. This team is on a roll, man. But the road ahead is only going to get more difficult because I know in the Champions League, we're probably going to end up with a really tough tie. Premier League too. Liverpool will have the same points once they win their game in hand. So it's going to be a proper battle. But it's in our hands now. If we keep winning, keep getting results, Man United will have their first Premier League since 2013. All right, boys, every game is now a final. We got to start treating it as such. Premier League now facing West Ham. These are the kind of silly games where we could just end up getting a draw or something, and then it completely throws all our hard work away. You know what? The way we destroyed Liverpool recently, I don't think we're getting any sort of a draw. We're going for the win. I was getting maybe a bit too hyped because we've just been opened up. Militao doing a good job. I'm so glad we signed a centre-back like him because we're going to need someone with his experience in the business end of the season. Because look at Militao, man. Absolute animal. And Bumo finding open space. Maybe he could go for goal himself, and that's a big save. I am starting to get a bit worried that 30 minutes in we haven't scored. But Militao's header is absolutely perfect. We've literally been hyping him up, and he's got a big moment. Okay, we just scored right now. Can we please not concede? And that's exactly what we do. Oh, and look at the West Ham fans celebrating with the bubbles and everything. Kind of cool that it's in the game. Do you know what? It would make me feel really nice to score with the bubbles, and there you go. Where are the bubbles now as Cunha gives us the lead? I see Girassi making the run. First time effort, and Todibo got a block. Oh, Baleba wins that with a lot of power. I'm waiting for somebody to make a run, and it falls for Cunha. Right place, right time. That's his 14th goal in the Premier League, man. And I'm glad we got this one out of the way. A 3-1 win. We march on in the Premier League. Oh, and Liverpool have dropped points. They bottled it against, I think, Bournemouth. I think now Arsenal is going to be a bigger threat to the title than Liverpool. Their morale has been completely crushed. Of course, thanks to us. And now we can just be calm and focus on the FA Cup because we've got the semi-finals against Villa. And I said this before, boys. FA Cup is going to be about our second team players to get some of the spotlight. I'm talking about you, Chido Obi. I need you to have a big game. We've got Firmine, Ahmad, all of them playing. Rashi as well. By the way, I just realized we haven't had an unexpected event in quite a while. I have a feeling one of them could pop up, man, before a big Champions League semi-final or something. So we got to be careful. Is that Memphis Depay? Fair enough. We'll have managed to sign him up for free, I think. And here he is against us, but he ain't getting past El Hilali. Okay, maybe he is because now Villa are again on the charger. Ollie Watkins through Emi Martinez. Big save. Okay, Marcus Rashford broken through, and Marcus Rashford. For a moment, I thought Villa were going to put us under pressure, but no worries at all. We've got Rashi. Bro, he looks like in the mood. Look at the movement here. Firmine Lopez as well. That's what I'm saying, boys. The kind of form this Manchester United team is, the mentality we've gotten in our players. No matter whoever you put out, there's only one goal, and that's to win. Bruno Fernandes looking for Chido Obi, who's looking to join in on the party. Can he get a goal in an FA Cup semi-final? Of course he can. The hunger we're seeing from even our second team. This makes me feel like even in the final, I need to be backing these boys because they've worked so hard to get here. And yes, boys, we can dream about the final now because we've destroyed Villa. We just keep marching on, man, in every competition. But it looks like it's going to be a Manchester derby in that FA Cup final. I am hyped. It's no longer like last season where we were fearing teams like City. Manchester's red now, and I cannot wait to destroy City. But now we've got the Champions League to worry about, and look at the results. Fenerbahce knocked out Atletico. Sporting knocked out Real Madrid. AC Milan knocked out Barca. Bro, the stars are all aligning for Manchester United to win their first Champions League since 2008. Oh my days, we're facing Fenerbahce in the semis. Bro, there's no excuses. That's the Fenerbahce team we're going to be facing. How on earth have they reached the Champions League semi-final? I have no idea. They've got a few players like Asensio on the bench. Oh, former United man Fred the Red. There's also Edison in goal. But let's be honest, boys. Look at our team. This has got to be a cakewalk. I'll be brutally honest, boys. We've got the quality to wrap up this tie in the first leg itself. And that's what we need to be aiming for. And no, playing away in Turkey is difficult. But look at the players we've got. There's no comparison. Conditions are a bit tricky, so we're going to have to work for this. But Cunha breaks through. And there you go. First goal in the Champions League semi-final. Of course, it's Cunha. No, not this way. Laments, good save. Do you know what, boys? We're in the second half, and surprisingly, Fenerbahce are holding their own. Now, because we've been defending well, they haven't conceded, but I'm kind of surprised at how good they've been. Now we could change things here with Cunha, who finds Mbumo. The build-up play for that goal. This is going to ease a bit of the pressure. We're 2-0 up. Full time, boys, and 2-0 is what we get away from home in the first leg. And 2-0 indeed was enough, as Manchester United have knocked out Fenerbahce. We're going to a Champions League final. And fair enough, AC Milan, they did manage to make the comeback. They will be our opponents, boys. That's going to be a cracking Champions League final, man. Milan's best player, Rafael Leao. They've got Loftus-Cheek, Nkunku, Adrian Rabiot. They've got a decent team, you know. Ooh, they've signed Jeremy Frimpong as well. But I'll be honest, boys. Right now with the team we've got, I don't feel there's anything that can stop us. Also, wait a minute, boys. Manchester City have sacked Pep Guardiola.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
We'll literally be facing Man City in like a week. That doing an FA Cup final, and we don't know who their coach will be. Okay, right now it seems like it's this Christian Vidal guy who's like their caretaker manager. But also look at the changes that's happened in the manager market. Some random Manuel Arias is Arsenal's coach. I have no idea who he is. Chelsea have signed Mikel Arteta. I guess now they'll be trusting the process for a few years. Spurs have got Antonio Conte. Bro, this makes me even more confident that we can win the treble, boys. City don't have Guardiola. We should be able to destroy them in the FA Cup. But wait a minute, boys. There's an unexpected event. Marcus Rashford and Serhou Guirassy were involved in an aerial battle, which resulted in both landing awkwardly and getting themselves injured. Are you actually joking, guys? Literally our main number 9 and probably a player we would look to replace him with. Why were they competing for a header? Who was running this training session, man?
Well.
Okay, let's not go crazy, because these might be minor injuries as well. No way. Rashford has broken his rib. How has he managed to break his rib, man? That is crazy. He's out for 3 months. And Guirassy has dislocated his shoulder. He'll be out for a couple of months. I think it's fair to say that both are going to miss the rest of the season. In the business end, where titles are going to be decided, we're not going to have Guirassy as well as Rashford.
Yeah, we are absolutely cooked, chat. GG.
And here I was saying that everything was going well. Absolutely brilliant, man. Now, we've got a couple of options of what we can do. One I'm thinking is playing Cunha up top as striker. Fermin Lopez in that cam spot. But with Cunha, I've noticed he doesn't have that hunger for goals. He's a great player making those late runs in the box. But as a poacher, as a finisher, I'm unsure. The other option we have is trusting Chido Obi. Playing Cunha at cam. I mean, Obi has been waiting for this moment. 19-year-old kid. He could end up playing an FA Cup final, Premier League deciders, as well as a Champions League final. By the way, what happened in the Premier League? Arsenal have taken the lead. Okay, we've got a game in hand. It's just because of that. And they play Man City later on too. So we should be fine as long as we keep winning. I think if I want to trust Chido Obi, we're going to have to test it now. See if he can handle the pressure and keep scoring in games like this. We'll make a decision on who starts the Champions League final and everything later on. For now, let's take things game by game. And right now, we're giving Obi the responsibility to shine. Oh, Mbumo, the nutmeg there was class. And now he could score. Of course he can. What a goal from Mbumo. Don't forget the likes of Mbumo and Mitoma are also going to have to shoulder this burden. And Mbumo did just that with a silky nutmeg first. That was unreal. Mbumo again. Oh, he made that look so easy. The patience there from him. I think we found the player we need to give all the responsibility with the injuries. It's got to be Mbumo. And that's a crucial win we've just secured against Bournemouth. And that means Arsenal now have the same points as us. But we've got a game in hand. Oh, but this is the problem, boys. Chido Obi doesn't have the stamina to play through this full game. I think we're going to have to use our strategy of having Cunha up top. Hang on, boys. Mbumo can also play as a striker. Should we try this out? Mbumo up top. Out wide, we can have Ahmad. I think I trust this a little bit more. Oh, and the way we're carving through defenses right now. It's Mitoma completely through. He's going to square it for Mbumo as a striker, getting the job done. Cunha, and this is one thing we can do with Mbumo. He's got the pace and the way he destroyed that defender. Mbumo literally has 4 goals in his last 2 Premier League games now. And the thing is, he can also play those passes as he's now sent Cunha through on goal. And how did Cunha not make it 3-0? That's what I'm saying about Cunha and why I don't want him to be playing a striker. Sometimes he's not clinical, and we need a killer in the box in all these big games. And here's Mitoma. He wants to get himself a goal as well, and he does. We've completely outclassed Southampton. Just 2 games to go in the Premier League, and it really feels like we've got the job done. We've got a pretty decent advantage goal difference-wise as well, so as long as we win 1 more game, that'll effectively make us champions. But for now, time to turn our attentions to the FA Cup final. This could be the first trophy of 3 we can win. Now, Man City are yet to hire a new manager. They've still got a caretaker boss. Because look at where Pep Guardiola has gone, to Athletic Bilbao.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
But anyways, against this City team without Pep, what do we need to do to win? I'm thinking I want Firmino in this game just to overload that midfield. I will play Obi because it's the FA Cup. In fact, I will play the likes of Ahmad as well, Kobe Mainoo, the players who've helped us get this far. I think they deserve to play. But we've still got our captain Bruno leading us. Player to watch, Chido Obi. I gotta say, boys, there's a lot riding on him for this game. Because if he performs, it might give us the reason to start him in a Champions League final later on as well. But come on, boys. Let's beat City, get the FA Cup, begin our journey towards the treble. Firmino. Looking for Mitoma, and now Chidobe, this is his chance, and what a finish! The 19-year-old has just scored in an FA Cup final. All it took was 6 minutes. Uh-oh, there's Haaland and Doku linking up. Haaland hits the crossbar. Looks like everything is going in our favor. Why have we left so much space for Erling Haaland, man? That should be a crime. Dogu's trying to catch up to him. He does. I feel like City are easily capable of scoring a goal in this game, so we really want to try and make it 2-0 before that. Oh, this is what I'm talking about, boys. Haaland goes through, and what a challenge from El Hilali. Emi Martinez with the save. It should be 1-1, boys. Man City have had ample of chances. We're defending like our lives depend on it. Corner coming in for Erling Haaland. Akanji's header, and it falls for Rangers, but it's offside. The luck we have right now. Mitoma has opened up space. This is brilliant. And Mitoma with a magical goal in an FA Cup final. Against the run of play, I'd say. But now we're looking comfortable to win this. City are trying their best to get a goal back, man, but Emi Martinez is saving everything. But we've given the ball away to Haaland, and Martinez saves that as well. Got the ball out wide with Mitoma. Maybe I could look for a cross here. I see Chido Obi in the box. It's a tough one. I can't believe this. That is the best header I think I've scored in FC26, and it's come from young Chido Obi. How did he leap like that and get the accuracy to beat Donnarumma? I think with that, Obi has answered one of our questions. He will start the Champions League final. I cannot ignore a performance like this. A brace against Man City. Haaland gets a consolation goal. The job's done though, so I don't really care. And it's full time, boys. The road to the treble is on. 1 out of 3 trophies secured. Bruno Fernandes lifting the trophy and celebrating it, but let's not celebrate too much. 2 more to go. How are Arsenal just 1 point behind us? I think focusing on the FA Cup, the Champions League, made us slip up a little bit in the Premier League. But with 1 game to go, as long as we win, we'll be champions of England. And also, Arsenal face Liverpool, so they're going to have a tough game. I think we should be just focusing on our job. And also, Chido Obi is not fully fit for this. And to be fair, we'll let him have an off day, boys. He absolutely cooked in that FA Cup final. He'll be back for the Champions League final. For now, I'm thinking Mbumo at striker, Firmino, Cam, Ahmad as well. Let's do that. 2013 since Man United last won the Premier League. We have an unbelievable opportunity to rewrite history here. Come on. I'm not liking the fact that Mateta just went through laments with the save. Maybe we are feeling a bit of pressure. Okay, I can't cross the ball because Mbumo isn't really good in the air, so we're going to have to try different ways to score here. But Palace are playing so deep. Well, Mitoma's just ran all the way here. Brilliantly done. Cuts it back for Mbumo, and he actually ends up scoring a header. The form he's been in since the injuries to Rashford and Girassi, absolutely insane. Mbumo looking back for Mitoma. These two have taken all the responsibilities on their shoulders. Still Mitoma couldn't get the shot away, and Palace survive. It does feel like that this team does not feel pressure. The way we're controlling a title-defining game It's absolutely insane. As Mbumo looks to try and get another one. Good save. Bit of a dangerous situation we've got into, but Lamens again with the save. I presume we were going to have conversations of who's going to be the starting goalkeeper in the Champions League final, but I think Lamens deserves it. Now going forward here, we've got Fermin Lopez trying to open up some space. Mitoma, Bruno, if he can find some space to maybe go for goal. I would have loved to see a Bruno Fernandes goal. Bruno looking for Fermin Lopez, and the finish was so classy. 2-0 up against Palace. I think the job is done. And we did not leave it to chance, boys. The result secured. No matter what happened in the Arsenal game, it's Manchester United lifting the Premier League. First time since 2013. That's trophy number 2 secured. Just one more to create history. Looks like there is something certain in football, and that's Arsenal finishing second. Also, I just realized that we don't have a single player in the top 5 for the Golden Boot. How did we even win the league? And in fact, I feel like we scored quite a few goals. But I think it's because the goals came from everywhere. Girassi 17, Mbumo 16, Cunha with 14, Mitoma came in with 17 as well, Chido Obi with a big contribution. With Man United, our approach wasn't building a team around one individual. We really built a proper team, and the results are there to be seen. Oh, and by the way, Player of the Season award time. Is it going to be one of our players? I mean, we did win the league. Okay, fair enough. Gabriel Martinelli, he won the Golden Boot. Arsenal finished second. If Girassi wasn't injured, I think he would have taken this award. But now we're heading to what could be the game that decides whether we win the treble or not, but also decide whether we end the series or not. And oh man, decisions before facing AC Milan. I think we got to start Chido Obi. You saw what he did to Man City. Cunha too has been such a goal threat. I think we got to go with this midfield, but Mainu has climbed in his overall to 84 to match Baleba, and I feel like in a big occasion like this, I want him. Mbumo and Mitoma are guaranteed starters. At the back as well, I've no doubts about this back line. Emi Martinez does have more experience in finals, but Lamens has been the guy we've trusted. He was there to carry us in season 1, and I want him to be there to finish the job. Things have panned out so perfectly for Chido Obi is actually kind of crazy. But I think it's fitting that he's leading us in a Champions League final, because when we were struggling in season 1, I remember we gave Chido Obi a chance and he delivered, scoring against City. And now he's getting a big chance, boys, starting in a Champions League final. This is how both teams made the final, and to be fair, we got to take Milan seriously. They knocked out Barca. I'm nervous, boys. We are going to miss Girassi, but I'm hoping not too much because we have Chido up top. And look at Mbuemo, man. The game has barely started. He's already trying to drive the ball forward. I wonder what the approach is going to be like for Milan. Are they going to play this smart, conservatively, or are they going to attack? So far, though, we're not giving them much of a choice, really. We have been the ones controlling the game as Obi looks for a phenomenal pass for Mbumo as he tries to cross it in, but it doesn't work. He still has the ball, though. Mbumo looking for a cross, back post. Mitoma's header cleared away. Obi, oh, that touch was really nice. He might have to shoot from distance, making that look easy. I'll say this, boys, 30 minutes in, it hasn't looked like the Chido Obi is nervous or anything. He looks in the mood. Milan, though, are keeping a lot of the possession, which is frustrating me, and it could lead to a chance as Loftus-Cheek somehow has broken through. Lamens, no! He was in no man's land, and AC Milan take the lead. This is where things start getting tricky, boys. A goal down in a Champions League final. We did not want that. And let's see if we can get an instant reply. That is what Mbumo will want to try, but we're making mistakes. Halftime, boys, and I gotta say, we're missing a presence like Girassi. Not because Obi isn't having a good game, but the physical presence Girassi gave us. But no excuses, man. We've got 45 minutes to try and salvage this Champions League final. I do not want to lose this. Good ball in for Cunha as I see Mitoma making a really nice run. I need some movement. There isn't. Nobody even made a run towards the box. They couldn't square it. Players are starting to second guess themselves right now. It's the worst thing that could happen. And now look at how deep these guys have gone as Chido Obi, though, broken through. Massive chance. He drags it wide. No. That was your chance, Chido, to be a hero. I don't think he's going to get an opportunity like that. Well, instead it could be Cunha. It could be Cunha, who looks back for Chido Obi. There's no support. Maybe there will be. There is. Cunha made the run. It had to be him. And also, Obi has redeemed himself by being the provider. What was AC Milan thinking, leaving Cunha completely open? Everybody went towards Obi. And come on now, boys. It's 1-1. Game on. One more goal and we'll be Champions League winners. Obi Mainu looking to take a volley. That was absolutely a belter. I want to see just how close it was, because tell you what, it didn't look far off. Oh my days, that was inches wide. Mbumo Oh, gets past his man. And now I see movement. Cutting it back to the box. Cunha again. This man has probably just won us the Champions League. This is precisely why I did not want Cunha playing as like a striker. He's so good in this shadow striker role where he can just roam freely, pick out spaces, and then do this. And I think it's done, boys. We made the comeback and we have pulled it off. Manchester United, Champions League winners. After almost, what, 17 years? And all it took me was 2 seasons, man. Ruben Amorim better take notes. But from literally a team with a defunct formation, players that didn't want to play for this club, we built something special. It took us a while, but we built a treble winning team. And remember, when we signed the contract to become the Man United manager, the goal was to bring back the glory days. And well, we've just done that. Big thank you for sticking around for this amazing journey we've just had with Man United. And don't you worry, there's going to be plenty more soon. For now, you can click here to watch another video.